Hello and welcome to our comparison of all the top all-purpose metal detectors. Here in our chart we have most of the best all-purpose metal detectors represented, pretty much all of them. Well, we just wanted to kind of explain the different metrics that are used to compare the metal detectors and why they're good or not good, because some of these things can be a little bit difficult to understand. So let's just dive right in. The first metric that we used was operation modes, and this is how many preset programmed modes the metal detector has, like all metals, pinpointing, deep search, that type of thing. Let's see, we had 9 modes with the White Series DFX, really cool, but you see over here the price $11.89. I think this one doesn't even meet our criteria for under $1,000. I think that's the only one. I think that's the most expensive detector on our chart. Let's see, the next one, auto ground balance. That's just the detector has a circuit that automatically tunes out the soil mineralization that can give it false readings and confuse the detector. So that's automatically done in all of them. And the next feature is manual ground balance option. Now that's really for the really highly mineralized areas. Some of the more advanced detectors will have a manual fine-tuning option where you can kind of tweak it a little bit. And you know, you might need that at like a black sand beach or anywhere with a lot of salt water area. That could come in handy. And the next one is pinpoint mode. That's a really cool little feature. That allows you to detect the metal while the search coil is stopped. You can still detect metal because most all-purpose metal detectors have motion detecting, so you can only detect the metal while the search head is in motion. Now with the pinpointing mode, you can detect the metal and then stop it, and then move it and stop it, and pinpoint exactly where it is. It's cool. The next one, auto notch mode. This is just a pre-programmed notch, which is a segment of a phase response that metal will give, so you can select a certain type of metal that's pre-programmed into your metal detector, like for example silver. Some detectors will have an auto notch where you can just select the detector to detect only silver, but you got to be careful with that mode because you can lose other desirable targets. Next one, selectable notch mode. Same thing, this just means that the detector has multiple modes. Say one for silver, say one for gold, say one for another type of precious metal, or a type of relic that you're looking for that's made from a certain metal. The next one, deep search surface elimination mode. This is really cool. A lot of the more advanced detectors are having this feature. Basically, it cancels out the more shallow targets and focuses on the deeper, older targets. So if you're looking for old artifacts that are deep only, or if you're gold prospecting and you're looking for small gold nuggets that are really deep, okay, with this feature you have to have a detector really that goes 8 inches deep or more, and all of these do, I think, yes, because these are all the best all-purpose metal detectors. So you'd be pretty good with pretty much any of these. Next one, LCD target identification. That just means that there's a LCD screen that tells you what you're detecting, what you're probably detecting, and these are all pretty accurate, these detectors. Next one, very low frequency technology. Basically, that is the most common technology used by all-purpose metal detectors. It's what it means is there's a frequency, a radio frequency, that the search head, there's 2 coils in the search head, an outer coil and an inner coil. The outer coil throws out a very low frequency, radio frequency, about 6.5 kilohertz, all right? And then it interacts with the metal and bounces back, and the inner coil receives it, and it sends the information to the processor of the unit, and based on the difference between the time that it was sent out and received and some other factors like that, the processor tells you what kind of metal it is. So that's how they work, and that's the most common technology used and basically the best for most types of metals. Now there's a few exceptions to that, like gold. Gold works better with higher frequencies. Let's see, the next one we have multi-frequency technology. Now this is really something you only find in the advanced, more pricey machines. And this feature, you have very low frequency, of course, but then also another frequency thrown in there for different phase responses, different types of metal. Like gold metal detectors usually have a higher frequency. So if you have an all-purpose metal detector that also has a high frequency for gold, then it's really cool. You can have them both going simultaneously and not miss any targets. So you see some of these have 2 frequencies, and the Mine Lab has 3 actually. But let's see, that one's 698. And next one we have is selectable target rejection, which is basically you can select a phase response that you don't want your metal detector to pick up and tell it to leave that out, like iron for example, and then you can avoid digging up a lot of unwanted junk and trash. Next one, discrimination tones. That's basically, it'll give a different tone for different types of metal, different phase responses that it's picking up. And this really comes into play after you get to know your detector and worked with it a while. It's kind of really neat. You can save a lot of time from saving up digging up unwanted targets. And you kind of know what you're looking for, and you know what that kind of metal sounds like, and you can do your treasure hunting a lot more effectively and efficiently. And the more tones you have, really the better you can get at that. So all these have multiple tones. And the White's Classic has 8 tones, so you really have to get a good ear, but once you get to learn that machine, it can be a lot of fun. Warranty, they've all got great warranty. These are all great companies. All of them are more than 1 year, which you don't really see that with a lot of advanced electronics, high-tech stuff. Treasure Hunter has 5 years, kind of hard to beat that one. Bounty Hunter, also 5 years. Okay, the next one, microprocessor power. Now most of these had either 16-bit or 32-bit processors. So you can see there, 32-bit, you get a little bit more power, a little bit better discrimination when the search coil is sending that information about the metals. The 32-bit machine will process a little faster, a little bit more accurately. And let's see, the last metric here is the accessories, whether or not they come with accessories, or if there's an accessory package you can get with it. And a lot of them did not, most of them did. And when we say accessories, we mean like headphones, digging tools, carry bag, that sort of thing. And everything taken into consideration, we had some really great metal detectors, some really good performers here, but we have to give our Best Buy award to the Treasure Hunter XJ9 3050 for only $239.36 with all the accessories. So that was really cool, and I want to thank you so much for taking a look at our comparison chart, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you take something interesting away from this presentation. And have a wonderful day.